Hi everybody, my name's Jonathan. I'm a family nurse practitioner graduate, officially, even though it's kind of weird how they do it. I'm a master's of nursing graduate, and I have to take the family nurse practitioner certification test. So technically I'm not a family nurse practitioner until I actually pass the boards, but I do and have earned my master's of nursing. It's kind of weird, but that's how they do it. I wanted to make this video and the next couple of videos to document the process of going through the actual certification program, because in class we went through a very small, a very scaled back version of how to do it, but as with anything, once you actually go through it, it makes a whole lot more sense. So I wasn't given the full amount of information at the beginning of school and while I was in school, but now that I'm actually going through it, I have quite a bit more information that is important to know. So once again, in order to get a family nurse practitioner, you have to be a nurse. You have to be an RN, which is a registered nurse. Preferably, you get a bachelor's. Then you have to apply and get accepted into some sort of family nurse practitioner program. Most of them take 2 years. The one that I was in actually allowed a part-time for the first year, and so it extended it to 3 years total. So I was able to work full-time for the first 2 years, and then because of clinical hours, I wasn't able to work nearly as much the last year. So get into a program is number one. Number two is once you graduate, again, like I said earlier, you have your Master's of Nursing Science. That is not your actual FNP. You cannot go and work as a family nurse practitioner until you pass the certification board. So the one that I chose, there are two main ones. The one that I chose is the AANP. Don't go to the AANP website. You have to go to the AANP CERT.org website, and that's where you'll actually sign up and say, hey, I graduated, I'm ready to take my test. And then they ask a number of different questions associated with the schooling that you just went through. So number one, you have to know the address and the phone number of the clinical place, the clinical site that you went to and that you got your hours from. So they're going to ask you who the MD was, who the NP was, who the PA was, and what is their address and what is their phone number. So make sure that you keep those along the ride. As you go to each site, keep one, because they're going to need to know it. Number two is they're going to want to know the actual course load that you took. So get your unofficial transcript, simply copy the course load, which seems a bit tedious, but they want the course load and the actual address of the clinical sites. So that I did not know. That I had to find out when I actually signed up for the test. The test that I signed up for is $315. So make sure you have $315. Now, if you're a member of the AANP, it'll be a little cheaper, but I did not become a member yet. So $315 is the price of the certification. Then after all that is filled out, they want you to send an official transcript to the actual place, which is in Austin. This particular one is in Austin, Texas. And so they want you to send an official transcript. So then I had to go in, figure out how to send an official transcript down to Austin, and they want it by mail because mail is official. They can seal it, they can stamp it, they can do all the other, certification stuff that requires an officially licensed transcript. So Until they get the transcript, you can fill out everything, but they need the transcript in order for you to actually be approved to take the test. So then you have to go to a website called psiexams.com or PSI Exams Online, but it is a specific website that you have to sign up for that deals with the actual certification test. So I can't sign up to take the test until the AANP gets my official transcript. So once they get my official transcript and they approve, yeah, okay, you actually went through what you said you went through to get your Master's of Nursing Science, then I can actually sign up through PSI to take the certification test. Because they ask you, what do you want to sit for? It's a professional certification. Who are you getting it through? The AANP. And then what is it for? The FNP, the Family Nurse Practice. And so right now, as we sit, I am waiting for my official transcript to go down to Austin to be approved to sit and take the test. And so luckily, I have a little bit of time before I can actually sit and take the test. Now, there's tons of places to take the test. There's tons of times as of right now to take the test. And so my next step is to do reviews because you need to know how to take the test. So make sure you sign up for reviews, make sure you order books for reviews, make sure whatever you have to do, learn how to take the test. The information is a separate thing. The actual FNP Master's program is separate from learning how to take the test, how they structure the questions, what they ask for, that type of thing. There's a trick, and there's a way that you actually learn to take the test. So that's my next step. So that's where I stand. Thank you for watching. If anybody likes it, great. If not, hopefully this will help future FNP students, because it was very confusing for me, and there are a lot more steps it's not simple. So there's a lot more steps after this. This is just the beginning to take the test, the board test. Bye, everybody.